Thomas, thank you for speaking to me today. I have to share a story with you before we start, though.
Yeah.
Serviced my car today, here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, and a guy walked in who's also servicing his car wearing a Brentford jersey. And I found that very, very
Fantastic.
strange. That, in fact, I'm speaking to you today. So,
Okay.
I just thought
That's
I
a
would share
sign.
that story. It turns out his
Ah,
brother was one of the fundraisers when Brentford was going through financial difficulties 15, 20 years ago as well. Small world, right?
that's a small world. That's a great story. It's nice to see that we have a lot of fans out there in the world as well.
All the way here in KL. It's
Yeah.
also coming up to 4 years since he secured promotion. Do you view Brentford now as an established Premier League club?
Uh, I like to see us like that, but I want us to think that we never establish. So we have that mindset of constantly being aware, constantly want to develop, constantly want to push. Because if we start not to push, not to be a little bit too complacent, all that, then that's where we see what can happen to a lot of clubs that then got relegated. So I think we earned the right to be proud of what we've done so far. Going into our fifth season in the Premier League, which I think is hugely impressive. Well done to everyone involved in the club. With especially if you look at the stature of the club and the budget and all that, I think it's in incredible performance. But we want more. So the answer is yes, but never think like we are established.
True. Great words to live by. Has the Premier League evolved in any way since you joined the top flight?
I think it's not like there's two, three, four areas that I think, okay, wow, that's just the next level of um, things in the game of football that's changed or is even quicker and all that. But I think it's added a lot of layers. I think the difference between the teams are very small. Of course, there's the top three, four teams that is definitely a level above, and then from whatever fifth to 17, 16 is incredible tight. It's very difficult to win a game in the Premier League. So I think everything has been going a little bit up. It's quicker, it's better players, coaches. Everything is just on such a high level.
Do you think it's tougher now? Because last season, all three promoted teams got relegated. And of all due respect to Ipswich, it does look like they're going to be joining the other two promoted teams and being relegated as well. Could even happen this weekend, which would be the fastest ever in Premier League history. Is it tougher? Because looking at those facts and figures, it does seem so.
I think it's tougher, yeah. I think it's tougher. Of course, we need to see a few more years if it's still going like that with the promoted teams going down again. But of course, it is a sign that we need to be aware of that. It seems tough, which is in a way is not good for the league. If we're up there and we're us, it's nice just to have three, boom, no problem. But not that we will ever focus on that. But it is tougher. It's just very tough.
Some fans and pundits recently have been saying, at least at the highest level, at the Premier League level, football can become a little bit too systematic. Do you agree with this? I'm asking you because I've seen tactical flexibility from you. Even how you operate with three at the back, you can change things around in the midfield and your fullbacks, your wingbacks. I'm not going to sit here and talk about all your tactics, but do you think it can be too systematic?
Yes, I actually think it can be. I would say my own development as a coach has been, the way I've been, how can I say, developing as a coach. I've had a, coach for many years, and that's where was my route. Been a lot of hours on the grass, watch a lot of football matches, been, really try to learn the game. And I'm a very structured person, so I also like structure and clear principles. And I think hopefully that's also one of the reasons why we are okay, good, and can compete in the Premier League. But I think especially offensively, it can be a little bit too structured, and I fall into that trap sometimes as well. But I'm very aware that if we want an unpredictable game, we need to give some freedom to the players. Maybe not all the time, but definitely quite a few times, because they are on the pitch and need to take decisions, and they sense and feel the game as well. So it's that balance between have enough structure, but also give enough freedom. Because if it's too structured, it will be too rigid, and then probably too boring in the end.
Well, thank you for your honesty. I wasn't really expecting you to say that, but thank you. I appreciate it. I got to talk about some of your players. I'm sure you know who I'm going to talk about. Your deadly duo up front, outscored only by Diaz and Salah. Brian and Jon Wissa. What a combination, those two. I mean, how much work is done on the training ground to develop their chemistry, or has it come natural to the both of them?
I think both of them have been here. Brian is his sixth season, and Wissa his fourth season. So they've been here quite a while, developed as persons, and also developed a friendship. So I think actually they love each other. If I'm honest, they definitely act like that. They are such a energetic, smiling two players coming in every day. They work very hard individually to try to push and get better. I think the coaching around them has been very good, but it's themselves that push themselves to this level. And this magic relationship, of course, helps when you are close as friends. So you look for each other on the pitch, you understand each other a little bit better. And then we've been able also to set them up quite good, and they also set each other up. But as you say, to be able to produce two players that have scored 16 goals or more right now, hopefully even more before the season ends, is incredible, and especially from or for a club like ours. So they've been on fire, and hopefully they can continue.
I really feel you don't give yourself enough credit. You have a background in sports psychology. I'm sure that you've played a heavy role in making them believe in themselves first and foremost. They can't perform if they don't have their own inner belief.
No, yeah, thank you. I hope I contributed a bit, but I always the players that deserve the biggest credit. It's themselves that drive themselves. It's themselves that need to have kind of motivation. I've got fantastic coaches and staff around them that pushing them. But hopefully also the belief, as you say, I think is crucial in both of them. And then I would say one thing that we've been quite good at here in Brentford is that we constantly produced top scorers. So over the last 7 seasons, we had a top scorer in the Mopain Championship, top scorer in Ollie Watkins Championship, top scorer in Ivan Toney in Championship. Ivan then had just adapted 1 year, but still scored 12, 13 goals in Premier League. Then he scored 20. Then we had a 13 goal scorer, and hopefully have another 20 plus goal scorer this season. That's quite remarkable. I don't think any club have done that the last year like us. So that's down to principles, the way we play, and very good players.
Yeah, you have a knack for converting players to become all-out goal scorers, proper number nines. I have about a minute and a half left, so I just need to touch on your last game. How important was that victory? I know it meant a lot to the fans, but ending a run of 8 without a win at home, a strange record considering you won your first 5 at home. So your reaction now, you've had a few days to settle down from the game.
Big win, very big win. We actually, before each game is always, the process in these 3 or 4 areas. We need to nail that to try to win the game. This was basically win. Of course, we worked on the different tactics and the game plan and all that, but it was big one for us. 2 things. One, if we wanted to, we needed to enter the home run, even though it's been quite good. We still performed well at home, but to get that win was important. And secondly, if we wanted something really to play for the last 5 games and maybe push for the highest ever position in the club's history, we had to win.
All right, final question. It's a bit of a long break for you, so I'm sure you're trying to keep your players fresh and ready and match ready, more specifically. But it's Forest up next. Tough game. What do you make of the remarkable season they are having? Cup semi-final this weekend for them.
Ah, they've been very good. Big praise to Nottingham and to Nuno for his coaching and his coaching staff. Incredible. They are aiming for the Champions League spots. Big development since last year. It will be a big challenge, but we're up for it. We believe in ourselves, and we believe we can go there and win.
Belief can take it a long way. So thank you very much for your time. All the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you very much.